So I'll Say Yes. I wrote this song with Jess Cates and Jordan Moholowski. And Jess, before he got to the right, he was walking into Jordan's house and he was carrying his guitar with him. And on the street, there was this, I want to say like an air conditioning worker or something like that. And he struck up a conversation with Jess about his guitar, and they talked about his guitar and how the worker had to give up all of his music instruments, and even though he was in Nashville, he really misses playing and all this stuff. And Jess said that he felt prompted to give him his guitar, and he didn't do it. And so they finished their conversation, and Jess comes into the writer's room, and Jordan and I had been talking about what we wanted to write about. And ironically or not, Jordan and I had this conversation about how we wanted to write this song of surrender to the will of God, surrendering and saying yes in all aspects of our life. And Jess was like, no way. And he told us this story of what happened. And so we all rushed to the window and we're like, is he still there? You can still give him his guitar. He was regretting it so much, and he wasn't there. So it was such a bummer, but it led to this conversation where we were talking about how so often we treat God like he's a God of scarcity. We think that he holds back on us. We think that he is maybe skipping over us. I've heard so many friends of mine who've struggled with that in the past, just these lies that we believe that God is holding out on us, rather than believing that God is a God of abundance and wants to give us everything we could ever need. He's giving us everything we could ever need at every moment of every day. And it's up to us to say yes to that, to model Mary's yes when she said yes to the Lord with her complete and total trust. Not knowing what the story was going to look like, not knowing what was going to happen next, but she still said yes. And that's what we're invited into on a daily basis, is to say yes to the Lord, even when we don't know what the story will turn out to be, even when we can't see the road ahead of us, to say yes with complete trust and surrender.